Hey guys, it's Wale here. This is Mercedes EQC 400. Now just look at the exterior. This is my car, and every time I get out of the house, I look at the car. Sometimes I think this is a great car. All the time I wake up, I think I'm not quite sure. Now, when it comes to the exterior, it divides opinion. So, what do you think? I'm just going to go around and just look at the walk around. Now, the frontal part is interesting because this is the basic version, the sport version. We have the AMG line version that has there are two crossbars just across the front right here, and a little bit of almost like a mustache with the bottom grill. And I chose this because I just felt it stands out more. Now when you go for the AMG line, even though it looks better, you feel like it's just an ordinary car, ordinary Mercedes car. So this in, I think, Cancerite blue. So what do you think? Let me just go this way. What do you think with regards to the exterior? I wonder whether I could swap this over. If I swap this over like this, whether it's still good. Now look at it. Sometimes, depending on the angle that you're looking at it looks great. But other times, it looks as if slightly boring. But it's up to you. It depends on what you think. This is the 19-inch wheel. It's 19-inch. I kind of like the wheel, but that's not the best looking wheel that we have. That's one that is extremely nice. This is a 20-inch version, the top spec version. So this is the boot. The boot side. I like this LED light that just runs across. If you want to open it, you just do that. And the boot is reasonable for it's small family. I use this for work. If I need more space, I would just fold the rear seat. I do that by just pressing this button, which is really cool. And then you can do this as well by pressing this other little button. It folds down and very flat, so you could actually get as many luggage as possible into the car. So I'm going to close this. So, but the conundrum is it actually, does it look well enough for you? Does it look good for you? Is it satisfactory to you? As far as I'm concerned, it is. I still, every day I look at it thinking, do I actually like it or not? But what you cannot deny is the comfort. When you get into the EQC, you forget about the exterior. Trust me. You forget about the exterior because it brings that Mercedes feeling straight away. And when you drive it, you start to think, wow, this is something. As I've said before in previous video, my previous car was an S-Class. Actually, the 2019 model. So, looking for an all-electric car, I looked into the the rivals of this one, like the Audi e-tron and like the Jaguar I-Pace, and eventually set for Mercedes because let's be biased, but because it's Mercedes, it's not the Jaguar. Driving the Jaguar around is great, but the Jaguar branding to me is great, but it's not Mercedes. Being able to drive a Mercedes around, it's a privilege that I just feel like if I have a choice, no matter the compromise, I'm willing to make. So the driving experience, the feel of the brand kind of makes up for the conundrum of the exterior, which, as I've said, once you've got into the car itself, you forget that you forget what it looks like on the outside, which is fantastic. Even the back is extremely comfy. I have to do that from the other side, I think. Sitting in the back, being shuffled around by my wife. Sometimes I just choose to sit in the back just to experience it, because when I'm working, I drive myself all the time, and it's not really, you can't understand how it feels from the back. But when you sit in the back, you sit upright, and it's a nice feeling, it's a nice experience, which it's good. It's a good feeling to experience what the inside looks like. Some people have the roof, which is an extra. I'm not bothered about that. This car, I think the basic sport version costs over 65,000. I can't believe that we're talking about the basic level. It's over 65,000. Can you believe that? That's why many people are cross about getting an EV, a luxury EV, because they're just too expensive. And many people like their taste. They struggle to be able to buy smaller EVs, like it could just be like maybe the Kia version or the VW version, maybe ID3, ID4, or even the Skoda ones. They're great cars, but if you've been driving big cars, big brands, to come down to that level of an ID4 or a Skoda electric vehicle version, or even the Poster 2, very nice car, but the brand doesn't just do it for me. I'm a brand guy. But it's just because of the level, different levels, different tastes. Some people don't mind. For my second car, maybe I wouldn't mind. For my wife, at the moment we have the hybrid version of the BMW. I don't know whether you've already seen it in the background. This one right here. This is BMW 3 Series. Is the 330, 331, 330E. And it's just being plugged, that is being charged at the moment. So it could do about 22 miles, but you hardly can get 20 miles. What you could get is probably like maybe about 18 or 19 miles from it. But because my wife just does school runs, shopping, and so on and so forth, so she could pretty do all run on the electric. So that is it for today with regards to the exterior of the EQC. Please leave your comments just down below if you find the exterior nice or okay, or perhaps you don't like it. And in the next video, I'm going to respond to that if there's any question. Okay, bye bye.